Are you tired of relying on cloud-based AI for your coding? I mean, what if you could run really powerful coding assistants right on your own machine? We're talking complete privacy, total control, and zero API keys. Well, in this explainer, we are diving into Ollama Launch, the new command that makes all of that possible.
All right, so what exactly is it? Well, to put it simply, Ollama Launch lets you use these super sophisticated coding agents. Think Claude Code, Codex, you name it, with models that run locally, privately, on your own hardware. This gives you absolute control over your data and your tools. Honestly, it's a huge step for any developer who really values privacy and just wants to run things on their own terms. So let's see how it actually works.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the big picture, why this is basically a revolution in local coding. Then we'll walk you through the setup, help you launch your very first agent, check out some advanced commands to make your life easier, and finally, show you how to expand your whole toolkit.
So why is this such a game changer? I mean, for developers, for AI enthusiasts, this is so much more than just a little update. It's a fundamental shift, one that puts the power of AI coding tools directly into your hands, completely on your terms. The real magic here, the secret sauce, is that this isn't about just one single agent. Nope, you get access to a whole suite of top-tier coding assistants without ever sending your code to some external API. Everything happens right on your machine, for your eyes only.
Okay, ready to get started? Let's get your system ready to go. There are just a couple of quick key steps to take before you can launch your first agent.
First things first, you'll need to update your Ollama installation. The launch command is brand new, so you've got to make sure you're on at least version 0.141. Once that's all set, you'll need to pull a large language model. This is basically the brain for your agent. For our example, we're going to use GLM4 9B Flash.
Now let's have a quick chat about hardware. These powerful local models, well, they need some serious horsepower. For a model like GLM4, you'll probably want a GPU with around 24 gigs of VRAM. That lets it handle a massive 64K context window, which is absolutely fantastic for understanding really complex code bases. But hey, if that's more than your machine can handle, don't worry. There are smaller, less resource-hungry models out there that still perform great.
Okay, after the download finishes, and it might take a little while, so go grab a coffee, you can make sure everything's in place. Just pop open your terminal and run Ollama list. Bam! You should see the model you just downloaded, which confirms it's installed and ready to rock.
All right, setup is complete. You are ready for the really exciting part. Let's go ahead and launch your very first private, local coding agent.
So when you run the Ollama Launch command for the very first time, it's not just going to throw you into a session. Instead, you're going to be presented with a choice, a menu of which agent you want to use.
And you've got some pretty great options here. Anthropic's Claude, CodeFay, OpenAI's Codex, Facto's Droid, and the open-source alternative, OpenCode. Each one has its own strengths, for sure. For this little walkthrough, we're going to select OpenCode, just to see what the open-source option can do. So here's how it works, and it's super simple. You run the Ollama Launch command. Then you just use your arrow keys to move through the menu and pick your agent, OpenCode in our case. Next, you select the model you downloaded earlier. You press enter, and that's it. You are now in a live, interactive session with your own personal AI pair programmer.
And here's the result. We asked the agent for a simple Hello World program in Python, and look at this. It didn't just spit out the code. It actually thought through the process. It planned its steps, and then it generated this really clean, commented code. And remember, all of that computation, all of that reasoning, happened entirely on your local machine. Just imagine what this thing can do with more complex tasks.
Okay, so once you're comfortable with the basics, you can definitely speed things up. Let's take a look at some of the more advanced launch commands to really streamline your workflow. You've got two main options here. The simple Ollama Launch command is great for getting started, with its helpful little menu, but for a faster workflow, the direct command is the way to go. You can specify both the agent and the model right there in the command line, getting you into your coding session instantly. And here's a useful little tip for you. If you want to set the default model for an agent, say Droid, without actually starting a full session, you can use the config argument. This pre-configures the agent, so the next time you launch it, boom, it'll automatically use the model you already specified. So, what if you want to use an agent that isn't installed by default? No problem at all. You can easily add more of these incredible tools to your local environment. For agents like Droid or Codex, there's just one prerequisite. You'll need to have Node.js installed. From there, it's just a simple npm install command to grab the agent's package. Once that's installed, you can launch it using the exact same Ollama commands we just covered. It all integrates seamlessly. It's really slick.
So by following these steps, you've set up a powerful, versatile, and completely private coding environment. You have an AI pair programmer that's free from any external dependencies, no subscription fees, no API keys. You are in complete control.
This brings an incredible amount of open source power directly to developers, right to their fingertips. But in an industry that so often favors closed, proprietary systems, it really makes you wonder, is this level of open access going to last? What do you think?